What's up, guys? I'm Kris KeyZ. Welcome to Mexico. It's towards the end of the year, the beginning of the year for me, and basically what I like to do each year towards the end of the year, or sometimes the beginning of the year depending on my schedule, is I like to take a week, maybe 2 weeks, and just isolate myself from everything and kind of just regroup from whatever I had going on the previous year and just map out a solid direction of how I'm going to proceed going into the next year. And Mexico is, because of the pandemic, it wasn't too many options, but I love Mexico out here. It's very beautiful. As you can see, I'm on the golf course. Very hot day, so that's why my shirt is off, so excuse me. But guys, I wanted to talk to you really quickly about the elephant in the room. Even before I do that, let me show you what I have here. Usually when I travel and do these type of things, I have a notebook and I write down how I'm going to plan my first quarter, second quarter, third and fourth quarter. But I like to bring some books that I've read or and kind of jot down some notes as I had in here and just kind of regroup and pick a little certain things out. But some of the books I like reading are Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, T. Harv. One book that I was recommended by a mastermind group I'm in called The Millionaire Fast Lane. This is it's a tough book. No chaser on this one, straight shots, but valuable information in this to crack the code to riches and wealth. Another book that I like, just started reading, is The 10 Natural Laws of Successful Time and Life Management. And the reason I picked this book is last year I started a lot of new businesses and ventures, so managing the time of trying to do each one of those at a very high level, I want to continue working on my time management. And another one, if you haven't read, is called The Compound Effect. Really great nuggets in there. Jumpstart your income and success. And also, guys, it's not always about money and finances. I like to bring my guy, Dr. Miles Monroe, Power of Prayer, in there. Very good book. Read that about maybe 6 or 7 times already. And then the best book of all time, the #1 seller, the Bible, guys. It's good to read all these books and interpretations, and I'm going to talk about that today. Perceptions of so many people, but it's very important that you do your own research as well and find out your own truth. And that is, my friend, the elephant in the room that I want to talk about today. Me personally, I want each and every one of you who's watching this video to succeed. I want you to take advantage of what's out there, but to do so, we have to address the elephant in the room. We're currently living in what I believe is the greatest time of history. We're witnessing more change now than ever. More development and change will happen, I feel, in the next 30 years than it has in our entire lifetime. A big part of that is technology, bridging the gap between countries and states and all that good stuff. But I think also we're evolving as humans. What I'm doing right here, I want to add value to your life. I want to add, just some type of value. And to do that, we can't be afraid to miss some of the biggest opportunities this world is going to give us. When it comes to change, the history tells us that it takes a little while for people to kind of buy into it. And I feel that's a big reason for change is our perception. That's what I want to talk about today. That is the elephant in the room, perception. First of all, the definition of perception is the way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something. Perception is more than likely what motivates us how to act or how to choose. So the question is, why is perception so important? And if you believe or perceive a certain idea, perception, you're more than likely to act accordingly to that belief. Perception will also tell you how aggressively or how committed you are going to act towards that situation. So let me give you an example. When I was in high school, entering my senior year in high school, I played basketball. I grew up in a small town, Athens, Alabama. It was about 15,000 people at the time. I had 0 basketball scholarships. I had two perceptions, ways I could look at my situation going into my senior year. The first one is, I'm not good enough to play college basketball to get a scholarship. That was my goal. And no college was ever going to recruit me. That was A. B was I just needed exposure and find out how to get seen from the right coach that will award me a scholarship. Well, what I did was go, obviously, option number B. I got the information that I needed coming from a small town that, hey, these coaches, they're not coming to a small town to come see you play, but what they do is go to these camps, these summer camps. So I got the information, joined the summer league called AAU, and I started traveling to these other cities, other states, and playing in these tournaments where these coaches could see me play. By the end of my senior year, I got one scholarship, and that was to a little small school right up the street from my hometown. But I didn't stop there. I continued using the information, continued going to these summer leagues and these summer camps, playing these basketball camp tournaments. And by the end of my sophomore year, I was recognized as a top 40 recruit. I had multiple full athletic scholarships to play basketball. And, you know, guys, I continue investing in that. You know, I spent money, gas, my own resources, went from Alabama to Indiana to Missouri and more. And, you know, I wound up going to Tarleton State University. Thank you, guys. But it's more than that. I got 4 extra years of relationships through playing basketball. That wound up giving me now 20 plus years of opportunities that I never would have got if I didn't take the option B. And now I'm also able to mentor and help several other people as well do the exact same thing. Now with that, I want to take you to a quick story and tie in this whole perception thing. You always have a choice when it comes to perception. You know, there's a story, when I say there's an elephant room, this is literally an elephant story. There's a story of a group of blind men, and they were able to get experience to touch an elephant, but they were blind. They've never seen an elephant, but they were asked to describe the elephant. Each man had limited access to the elephant. One person had access to the size of the elephant. So as he touched the elephant, he describes it like the elephant looks, it's like a wall, right? Another blind man, he touched the tail of the elephant, and he said, the elephant, it's like a rope, right? Another guy touched the legs. It's like, no, an elephant is like a big statue. And then another guy was able to touch the hoofs, and it was like the elephant is like a pipe, right? But the point of the story is none of the men by themselves were able to fully describe what an elephant was. You know, because they had limited access and had limited perception, they never faced or got a chance to see the whole reality. So meaning there was a gap between the reality and perception. You have perception right here, there's a gap, and then there's reality. Our culture together creates these masterful narratives which have been passed down from generation to generation. And over time we begin spinning our own personal stories based off these cultural narratives and that we're born into. You know, one person's perspective, they grow up and say, you know what, I'm going to be a giant. Another person grows up with a perspective, man, I'm only a mouse. Another perspective is, man, there's no way I can become a giant. And another perspective might be, just keep hope alive, right? With all of that being said, I came to the conclusion that perception can be a good thing, and it can also be a very dangerous thing. You know, no matter how you slice it, we are all born into the battle and the narrative and the perception versus our reality. You know, over time, if you believe that you've isolated to only have one perception and that you're the only one that has access to reality, if you feel like you get a monopoly on the truth, you'll start to spit out your own personal stories, just like the guys that explaining the elephant. If your personal stories then become your own reality, that is when it becomes dangerous, guys. You know, our perception allows us to become our own main characters in the movie. And you know what characters we all want to be in the movies? We all want to be the hero. So that means if you're the hero, I'm the villain. If I'm the villain, that means we must fight each other, right? If that means if my reality is right, your reality must be wrong. If I'm the good guy, you must be the bad guy. And be honest, guys, how many movies have you watched where you actually seen a villain come out and admit, hey, I'm the bad guy. That's not his perception, right? It's his reality, which is very dangerous. All right. So the question now is, how can we take our perception and evolve with new information? That is how. I'm not asking you to change. I'm asking you to evolve. You know, keep your perception how you see it. Keep your perception how you see the elephant in the room. But you can also see another part of reality. Be open to it. Are you open to see the entire elephant? You know, I might see another piece and feel different about the elephant. You were born touching the sides. I was born touching the tail. Our perception of the elephant is totally different, but our reality together is the same. Is it still an elephant? Of course it is. You know, it takes, excuse me guys, it's very hot, but it takes maturity and it takes evolution for you guys to take the blinders off so we can still enjoy a good banter, enjoy sharing our experiences together, as well as, you know, without downplaying each other's story. You know, so the question is, really quickly, which side of life, which side of the elephant have you touched? You know, which side of, we're in 2020, a lot of things are going on, so which side of race, sex, politics, finances, depression, religion, what side of 2020 did you touch? You know, I challenge you to just take the blinders off, open up your individual perception, maybe embrace the perception of others. You know, I'm your blind buddy over here. You have the view of the side of the elephant. I'm the blind buddy holding the tail of the elephant. It's not as big as sturdy as your side, but without both stories, both perceptions joined together, our true reality will never be complete. The real reality should be we're searching for empathy, we're searching for love for one another. That is the goal of really life. You know, so what's your perception going to be today? That's what I want to ask you. That's the elephant in the room. When you hear somebody describe the huff of the elephant, are you going to downplay it? You know, how will you take new information that dictates me holding the tail? Acting out as if you the only side of the story. No, this is the only side of the elephant. You know, the Bible calls that, you know, he uses the word a fool. You know, so I'm not going to name call. I'm just going to repeat what the Bible says. But the reality is we are all still looking at an elephant in a lot of these situations, guys. So when you come into just today, you know, just ask yourself the simple question: what is my reality? What is my perception? Am I holding the tail, or am I seeing the sides? Am I holding the huff? The reality is, when we're all talking about a lot of these situations, we're all talking about an elephant, but we're not open to seeing the other side of the elephant because of our perception. Open up your perception, guys. All right, that's a really quick message for you today. I'm gonna go get in this pool because I'm so hot right now, sweating. But I just finished my little evening meditation, my word, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I love you all. If you haven't, please take the time and follow all of my social media, YouTube pages. Just search Kris KeyZ and I should be able to pop up. I have tons of stuff I'm rolling out this year: messages, music, tons of value, podcast, tutorials, giveaway, even a few surprises I have rolling out as well. So, and also guys, if you did get any type of value out this message or anything that I've posted in the past, please share it with your friends, because that means that they might get some type of value out of it as well. And if somebody has shared this post with you, go back to that person and tell them that I personally said thank you for sharing that, sharing this with you. All right. Until next time, guys, I love you. I look forward to seeing you at the top, seeing you at the tip top. All right, y'all stay creative and stay blessed. Peace.